Hi, it's Michael. And just a reminder that these meditations are intended to be done in the stillness and quiet of a space that you feel comfortable in, where you can close your eyes for a few moments and relax. So if you're anywhere that requires you to be mindful and aware of your surroundings, make sure to keep your eyes open, keep alert and aware. Otherwise, let's take a deep breath in and breathe out and let it all settle. And then go ahead and close down your eyes, or you can just stay here with me. Start by bringing your attention to the breath. Notice the rise and the fall of the chest with each inhale and exhale. Breathing in, feeling the chest rise. And breathing out, letting it fall, return back to its natural resting place. Breathing in and breathing out. Allow yourself to settle into the natural rhythm of the breath, feeling the air fill your lungs on the inhale, and letting everything go as you release on the exhale. Feeling the extension of the belly, the rising of the belly, and let it fall and return back. Breathing in and letting go. And then noting what the breath feels like as it enters into the chest, feeling a rise and fall of the chest. Breathing in and breathing out. And then dropping that awareness down into the belly, feeling a heaviness and allowing for the air to expand the belly outward. And then on the exhale, just let everything come back to center. Breathing in and letting go. And then begin to draw the awareness to the heart. And in connection to the heart, this centered space in the body, begin to connect to what it feels like to experience love, to experience kindness, care, and compassion. And allow for that feeling to be within your body. Noting how it shifts the shoulders, maybe dropping them. Noting how it allows for the belly to expand and contract. Allow for there to be a release. Feeling as if the weights have come off the shoulders and you can finally settle into the moment. And then from this space, with the body relaxed, with the mind still, allowing for any thoughts that might be present to simply drop, with the breath connected, and the emotions drawing awareness and attention to love, kindness, care, and compassion. Begin to draw your imagination into a room. imagining as you walk through the door into this large open space. You look around, and surrounding you are the many people who you've experienced in your life. You see the faces of those who are familiar, the faces of those you love, but also surrounding you, you begin to notice that there are people who may be vaguely familiar, whose face you know, but you might not know their name. And then around them are people you've never met, never seen. Imagining these thousands of people surrounding you. And even amongst them, there might be a few people who you've had conflict with. But regardless of where you look, you begin to feel this overwhelming sense of love and kindness, care and compassion. Allow for yourself to take in that feeling of loving kindness, almost as if you could absorb it from the people around you as they share it with you. And then begin to find a person within the room who you deeply, deeply care about, a person that you love. And as you scan the room, looking at all the faces, looking for that special person, when you find them, allow for your eyes to lock, to see them. And in that moment of recognition, allow yourself to truly be with them, coming closer and closer together until you are standing face to face. And you reach out and you begin to hold hands and look into each other's eyes. And connecting with that sense of loving kindness, begin to extend these words of well wishes to this dear one. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you live with ease. Allow for the truth of those words to wash over that dear one, seeing them take it in, recognizing how worthy they are of all of those well wishes. And for the next few moments, just sit in this exchange, feeling what it feels like to share those well wishes with the dear one. And now begin to drop hands and start to move away from that dear one, still holding on to what it feels like to have that exchange of loving kindness. But as you begin to walk around the room, begin to look for someone who looks familiar to you. A person whose face you definitely recognize, but can't quite pinpoint where they're from. Maybe it's someone you cross on the street often or share the bus with. Maybe it's someone who works at a local store. But start to get a clear picture of this person who is neutral in your life. Not as connected as the dear one, but never having any conflict. And when you spot that person, begin to walk towards them. And as you get close to them, start to look into their eyes. And just as you did with the dear one, begin to recognize their humanity. Seeing them not only as this neutral person in your life, but also as someone with an entire story. With a family, perhaps with children, a whole life story that you know nothing about. And as you look into their eyes, begin to recognize their need and desire for loving kindness. And then begin to recognize your capacity to give. Feeling back into that feeling of loving kindness that was exchanged with the dear one. Begin to extend these words of well wishes to this neutral person. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you live with ease. For the next few moments, just be in this exchange of loving kindness with this neutral person. Recognizing your ability to share that same loving kindness that you did with the dear one with anyone in this world. That each person deserves it. And now begin to say goodbye to this neutral person, having perhaps created a new understanding of who they are in your life. Begin to scan the room. And as you do, begin to note the people in your life with whom you've had conflict. And as you see these people, the instinct may be to pull away, to hide, to not engage with them. But if it feels safe and right to do so, I'll invite you to find one of those people and begin to walk towards them. Begin to look into their eyes. and begin to see their humanity. So often when we've been wronged, we make monsters of people. And although their actions may have been monstrous, there is still a humanity to everyone. There is still a need and desire for loving kindness. So not excusing anything that they may have done, but just connecting with them. Start to look into their eyes and start to recognize their humanity. Start to recognize their need and desire for loving kindness. And as you do this, allow for whatever feelings or emotions need to be present. Not judging yourself for feeling anything, but just exchanging these words and feeling into them. Saying to this person, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you live with ease. As you allow for those words to land on this person with whom you've had conflict, feel into your own body what it feels like to release those words, to share them, even though they may not deserve them, to tap into your own ability to share loving kindness and give so freely. And now begin to scan the entire room. And as you stand in this large room with all of these people, all of a sudden, this white room transforms into your own space in the world, the place where you live and frequent most. And the people passing by are all of those people who are intimately involved in your life, those who you see on a daily basis, the people in your small part of town, your family, the people who work at the stores or drive the cars that you see every day. And begin to recognize all those people, and each person that passes, begin to recognize their humanity, their need and desire for loving kindness. And then imagine that there was this large protective bubble that could come and cover all of you, keeping every being safe and well. Imagine that bubble coming over all of those people who you just saw. Feeling into the warmth and the connection with everyone around you. And then, as if a camera lens could pan out, begin to move above yourself and look down seeing not only your small part of town, but the entire city which you live in. Seeing all of the buildings, the thousands or hundreds of thousands of places where people may live. Each light that you see representing a person in need of and desiring loving kindness. Recognize the humanity of everyone. And then allow for that protective bubble to come and encompass that part of your world. And then allow for yourself to pan out even further and begin to see your entire state or province. Begin to recognize all of the people and all of the creatures, the animals that might be present there. Begin to wrap them in that protective bubble, feeling into that recognition of the humanity of all of them, of their need and desire for loving kindness. And feel that connection as you're wrapped in the warmth of this protective bubble, watching it grow larger and larger as it takes over not only your state or province, but your entire country. Taking away any divisions and simply seeing people and their humanity, their need and desire for loving kindness. Allow for that protective bubble to wrap around each of them. And then watch as it pans out even further, covering the entire world. All creatures, all beings, each person covered in this protective bubble. As you recognize the humanity of these millions, billions of people. And as you start to grasp the immense amount of beings on this earth, allow for yourself to extend these well wishes, saying, may all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be safe. May all beings live with ease. And as those words go out, allow for them to continue to wrap around the entire earth, connecting to all of the people who you may know and the people you will never know, the creatures, the beings, wrapping them with love and kindness. And recognizing that you are part of that. That as you give loving kindness, it returns back to you. And so coming back to yourself, allow for yourself to take all of the loving kindness you've been able to share with others today. And begin to share that with yourself. Placing a hand on your heart and saying silently, may I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I live with ease. Connect to what it feels like to share that loving kindness with yourself. To know that in giving you may receive, and that you are worthy of receiving that gift of loving kindness. And as you hold on to that feeling, allow for those images of all of the people, all the beings to float away. Allow for those whom you've had conflict with to leave, to say goodbye to the neutral people, to say your goodbyes to your loved ones. And then simply sit here with yourself, taking the next few moments to connect with what it feels like to receive loving kindness. Now begin to start to come back into the room, noticing the sounds in the room, noticing your senses as you breathe in through your nose or gently swallow, beginning to bring your hands together in front of you and rubbing them, feeling the sense of touch. And then allowing for your eyes to flutter open, to take in the space around you. And to enter back, feeling connected and calm. Go forward this week, continuing to connect with that sense of love and kindness and care and compassion, remembering that just as the others in your life are worthy and deserving, so are you. So we'll end as we began, with a deep breath in, breathing in, and breathing out, and letting it all settle. Go take care of yourself, and I will see you next week.